What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna mess with the tail lights, and also my fans aren't working, and yeah, the brake lights are just being stupid and popping fuses, so we're gonna figure that out. Joel's here, we're gonna go through it and maybe mess with my gauges as well. So the episode will be how to install GlowShift gauges. We're gonna get today's episode started and get this car ready for import face-off here in Las Vegas on March 17th. St. Patrick's Day. I'll be out there driving, and that'll be more of a vlog instead of an edit. So stay tuned for that, and we're gonna get this going.
Just gotta put a fuse in this shit.
Just to see.
Yep.
Alright Joel, so what are we gonna try to do right now?
Well, I'm gonna hook up this flux capacitor to the wire nest and see what kind of babies these cockroaches are having. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna test to see where the short is happening in your gauges to see if I can get the wideband to start functioning again.
And then we'll explain how to hook up the gauges, so if you're trying to do it yourself, we'll kind of tell you what we did so you could do it the simplest way for a Nissan 240. Let's get this going.
So this is the one that's not working?
Yep, the AFRs.
And that's the wires that were disconnected down here?
Yep.
Is that all the way clicked forward? I didn't want to like bump the starter on accident. There we go. That's what it usually looks like.
Nah, it's still error. It shouldn't be reading 10. Press the brakes. Brakes are good. Alright, so the oxygen sensor isn't getting warm, so we narrowed it down. It's probably that. We're just going to unplug the wideband for now. I don't really need that. We're going to hook up the fans real quick and the brake lights, and then we'll tell you what we hooked up to get the other gauges to work, but we're pretty much done for today. And we're going to test drive it to see if we blow any fuses and go from there. You got anything to add? That's it, huh? Yeah.
Yep.
I hate wiring, and having to crawl underneath there for Joel sucks every time. Yeah, but we're almost done. We're gonna go test drive it, see if we blow fuses, and if not, then it's good for the event, and I'm gonna go get my tires mounted. How'd you hook it up? Easiest way.
So basically, this isn't right, but it's quick and effective. If you test the little prongs on the fuse box with a multimeter, one will have power and one will not when you take the fuse out. So you want to wrap the wire around the fuse pretty much like that on the side that doesn't have power when the fuse is out. So when you push it in, the power goes through the fuse into the wire. That way if something grounds out, the fuse still pops and it doesn't just melt the gauge or whatever. Like, that's the ghetto way to do it, but it's quick and effective, and you don't have to rip apart a harness or go behind the fuse box, which is terrible. So good luck with that.
This video wasn't too informative because you can't have the camera down there the whole time, but Joel, if someone's hooking up a boost gauge and an oil pressure gauge, where is the easiest place to hook up the wires?
Well, you can do it the quick and easy way, which is the fuse box. You take a multimeter like this and you test what fuses have power when the key's on and when the key's off.
Do you know offhand which ones you put it in?
The ones that always have power, you know, is usually like tail lamps and stuff like that. And
but don't do it to the brake lights because you don't want that shit to have too much power.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And then the orange wires illuminate the gauges. Those go to like a dimmer switch in the dash that come on when you turn the headlights on, like a headlight switch. So your gauges light up when you turn the lights on, not like stay lit all the time. The ground is black. Just hook it up to a clean ground, and then you'll have like a switched key on source that you can hook to like the radio or interior lights or cigarette lighter or whatever. You're just gonna have to test them and follow the instructions as close as possible.
And I believe we did it to the cigarette lighter on one of them just because I don't use it and it's not hooked up to anything, so it's not drawing too much power and it's not gonna ruin the power source or anything like that and make it hot. So that's what we did. I know this was just a quick little brief episode. We're going to take the GoPro in the car and we're going to take it for a test drive to make sure the fans stay on and the brake lights don't pop. And if it pops, then we'll be back in a second and explain more. But if not, we're going to end the video here and show you some driving clips. Peace. Enjoy this little clutch kick. a 10 amp instead of a 15 amp, so it would blow much faster. Press the brake stroll. Brakes are working back there. I don't know if you guys could see it from here. We're gonna drive back to the Casa and see what's going on. I'm gonna take this call. I don't let anybody drive my car, but Joel's like my brother, so he can drive it whenever the hell he wants to. He's helped me build this whole car from a stock 240 to putting my first SR in it that was from Forrest Wang. We got the motor rebuilt, put it back in. I did most of that. He's helped me with wiring. So we're gonna test drive it back home and see what's up, and keep an eye on these tail lights. I'm probably still gonna keep the stereo out just to attract less power, so just have more power going elsewhere. Does that make sense? And I think my flywheel's going out. You heard that noise, I'm sure. Well, enjoy the drive home. Straight? Yeah. I didn't say you could try to get tickets in my car. Shit, running red lights. Yeah.
That light was super medium.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I was having some issues with wiring and the brake lights. I'm going to show you what actually went wrong. We pulled off the tires and found more wiring that was exposed, and that was the only wiring exposed. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to go ahead and jack up the car and then take off the front wheels, show you what's going on, and I'm going to take my kit off as well because I don't want to respray it before the event. Here we go. Alright guys, so I got both wheels off the car. So my wiring was actually ripped right up here. Let me turn up the brightness. So we taped all that. It was a little exposed, so I'm guessing that's what was the cause. We wrapped it up top as well to get it out the way, but there was exposed wires here, so we fixed all that, zip tied it, and yeah, I'm gonna bang this out a little bit so my wheel doesn't scrape. Also, I'm gonna do it on the other side as well because it's sticking out. My tire's literally like right here, So it's almost touching. I'm gonna go ahead and bang that out real quick and I'll show you guys. Just use a mallet, a solid one. Don't use a rubber mallet. It's not gonna do anything, but you want something hard. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and yeah, show you guys. So you don't want to use a rubber mallet. You want to use a regular solid hammer to bend that out the way. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, take the rest of the kit off the car, and then upload this episode for you guys. Make sure you trace your wiring. That's pretty much it. It's either gonna be the wiring underneath the fender or the on the other side. In my case, it was definitely the other side. Me and Joel couldn't find it, but we forgot to even look right there for some reason. We were just being lazy, or we just forgot about it. And then when I was changing my tires, I noticed it was a little exposed, and then when the homie Mike and Yanni came over, we noticed that it was completely screwed up. So we went ahead and fixed it, and I hope that's the issue that I was having, so I can enjoy the event and not have any issues out there at the track. But I want to get the car ready. I got a little bit of time, and you'll see a couple episodes before then. Here we go. So when I said a hammer, this is what you're going to be using right here. Alright, so it's completely flat now. It's out of the way. I don't think I'm going to have any hitting issues with my tire. Now to the other side. Alright, looks like I am done with the hardest part. I'm going to try to lower the coil over on the other side just a tad bit and take off all this body kit over here. I'm going to respray it so that way it looks pretty nice for the event, and I'm going to zip tie this back up so that way it doesn't sag. The zip ties broke. I had them zip tied before. Easiest way to do it if you take this off, zip tie it to this, then when you put this back on, brings it right up to the bumper and everything, and then it's easy to mount if you're by yourself. So that's a quick, easy way. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the zip ties on the inside of the trunk, and take off the side skirt on that side, and the side skirt's already off on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all that real quick. Maybe put you guys on a quick time lapse. Hope you enjoy. I'm gonna add this episode to the last episode, and we're gonna, yeah, tie it together. I loosened up the coil, so I'm gonna go ahead and lower this side just a tad bit. It has a little too much gap on this side. I'm gonna fix that. I'm not gonna film it, but the kit's off. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any problems with wiring in your 240, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll try to help you walk through it. But my issue was right here on the passenger side fender. The wires just rubbed through. Hopefully that is the fix. Cross my fingers. I'm gonna go ahead and end this here and upload it so you guys could check it out. And yeah, I'm ready for the drift event. Check this out real quick. This is all for import face-off right here. And then the body kit. Gonna respray it because I got like paint chips. Just spray can, just black real quick. Looks good with the two-tone on the car. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time, peace.